the ultimate CCNA prep course where we are prepping you to take your CCNA exam to increase your income, right? We want to increase our income through tech, whether that's in a 9 to 5, maybe you want to upgrade your position or join the tech department, or maybe you want to sell your skills. Maybe you want to provide more value, sell more skills in a more entrepreneur spirit on places like Upwork, Fiverr, places like that. So today's lesson is all about getting your resume together and posting it on job boards like LinkedIn and Indeed, right? Because we finished all the course. We finished the whole course. We finished all of that information. We now know what a network is. We know how to manage and operate and configure Cisco networks, right? So that's a great accomplishment. All we have to do now is study, 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 take your CCNA exam, schedule for it. I would say go ahead and just schedule. If you actually want to take this exam, schedule it now so you can hold yourself accountable to make sure that you get all this information, you retain it, and you get this CCNA so you can actually start moving up in the tax bracket, right? Essentially, that's what that is. So definitely do that. If you're not taking your exam, you're going to use this to just up your value, sell skills, or just become more technically inclined. I would say definitely you want to add the stuff onto your resume, the things that you know that you're comfortable doing, like maybe if you're configuring switches, maybe that's something you like, or configuring routers on a basic level, just adding in the IPs and stuff, or maybe you're into the automation, or you actually like the security, you like to dig more into it. Put those specific little things that we did in the course onto your resume and just keep expounding on that. We're definitely not gonna stop here. We're gonna keep going, but this is our stepping stone, right? So let's actually get into it. This will, just to make sure that you guys know, this is the last video. I will probably create just the ending video, just the guys, nice little farewell, but this will be the ending of the course. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please do not hesitate, reach out, okay? Okay, so going in, we all know what LinkedIn is. I mean, we all know what Indeed. Let's start with that. Indeed job board. The first thing you want to do is make sure that, because you're going to come to what and where. Obviously, you know where. That's easy. Where you at, where you want to be. But what? That's the thing that everyone wants to know what to put in here. What do I search? Who am I? Now, my title specifically is a network engineer. When you go through computer networking and you accomplish your CCNA, or you learn CCNA information, and whether you get that exam or not, you are essentially a network administrator, network engineer, systems administrator. It will be those type of names. Specifically, and those titles all do different things, right? A network engineer is going to engineer the network. As far as a network administrator, they're just going to admin. They just do admin things, nothing too deep into engineering, which is actually figuring and managing that stuff, which has to do with the engineer, right? So I myself am a network engineer, so I would say engineer, right? And once you put in your title, you can even put junior, right? Let's take a look. Let's look at junior, maybe, or do I have to spell junior out? Okay, so boom, you can even say junior because obviously you don't have that much experience. So you may say, hey, I'm just going to be on the junior side of things, right? So you will take a look and you would see, well, there's a junior network engineer reviewing applications posted until, that looks something, 65,000. Yeah, that's to 81,000. 81,000 is like you got some experience, right? 65,000 is like the on the low end. And that's probably someone's high end, right? Probably a lot of us that's on taking this course. So anyway, so we have junior network engineer. Okay, this looks like a good pay. This is a mid-level professional staff, full-time position in the city. Okay, yes, yes. And then look, it says examples of work, providing network support and maintain. Okay, we did that. Administer and manage network components by applying technical information, maintain through training. right? Yeah, that seems pretty vague, but it's never getting there. Manage the city's voice over internet protocol VoIP telephony system. Okay, well that's me. I'm a voice network engineer, so this would be great for me. But you guys, we didn't learn too much about voice. But if this is a job that you're actually, if this is something that you actually want to learn or something that's interesting to you, which is voice technology, then I will be doing the CCNP, which is all about voice. It is the professional Cisco professional certificate right above this CCNA. And obviously it gets you more money, but it's specifically on collaboration, which is voice and video, right? So if you're interested in learning about voice and video technology, then join me, right? And if you join me right before I create it or in the beginning of it, then you probably could get in free. Right? I'll probably just add you in. Just know we recorded this at 5/5, right? May 5th, 2021. So I would say if you're past June, then yeah, you're probably not gonna get in free. We'll see. Slack me. Anyway, back to it. So yeah, this is good. Configure Cisco Call Manager, Unity. I did all of this. This is all good, you know. So I would definitely apply for something like this. And I would tell them to give me 81. Like, give me 81 real quick. That'd be nice. Anyway, so yeah, this is good. Junior Systems Admin IT Specialist. That's a good one too. Look at that. Specialist to go point of contact. We are looking for a junior responsible, dependable, must be proficient in Microsoft Excel in order to be considered for this position. So you got some tech knowledge now, right? That you can put. You've built some. You used Oracle, so you built a virtual machine. You've dealt with Postman. You dealt with APIs. You know a little bit of Python. You know about the terminal and stuff. So you have some good things, some hot keywords to put on your resume. I would say if this is something that you like, maybe you want to brush up on Microsoft Excel, maybe take a little $5, $10 course, or go deep dive on YouTube and learn Microsoft Excel and put that on your resume. And it says proficient, right? So it's not like, you know, you have to be like, oh, you know, this expert. You just have to know how to use Microsoft Excel. And most of us, if you're at least if you're in this course, you definitely should know how to use Microsoft Excel. Maybe not all the formulas, but you should know how to use it and know how to, you know, modify it. And if you run into any issues, like I do want to put some type of combination or, you know, something in there, then research it. Right? Like I'll Google it. Anyway, cool. This looks like a really good position. Look, it says learn this database system. So it's not like you got to come to it. You just have to learn. It looks like it's proprietary to them. Manage the void, Ring Central. All right, just so, again, just hit me up. If this is what you in, you can hit me up and say, hey, I'm into voice technology. Let's learn it. And you can get in. Just come on. I ain't probably not even gonna charge for that course. Just come on in. No, let me take that back. I am going to charge. It's just for the ones who are showing that they really want to learn voice because I'm in voice and I take this serious. You can come on in and we can learn together. So for everyone else who just want to learn the information, you're going to have to come back. And yeah. So this is good. As I keep going down, let me come over here. These positions. Oh, it's only 2 junior network positions, at least on Indeed, right? You can even do, you can, if you get your CCNA, maybe you can do CCNA. What? The keyword CCNA. Who got a CCNA? We got this place, become a network engineer. We got this place, who says network engineer, temporary remote. All right, we got a couple places. Junior cybersecurity engineer, 28 an hour. If you never did security, right? If you into security, this may be something. Okay, and bachelor's degree preferred. So if you have a bachelor's degree in culinary, this is still good for you. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, it's still good for you because it says preferred, right? They're looking for 4 new hires. So okay, what's happening with that? And then it gives you some stuff. I'm not gonna read all this. Must have a bachelor's degree. May accept associates depending on resume experience. When they say stuff like that, you still can be like, okay, I don't have a bachelor's, nor do I have associates, but I know I could do the job. So I'm going to tailor my resume specifically for the job, or I'm going to tailor a cover letter because you can do that to make yourself stand out and be like, whoop, you know. So they have some stuff: DNS, DACP, must have active certification in CCNA or higher, or Network Plus, right? So they give you both options. So yeah, I mean, I have my CCNA. I've been doing this. Here's my cover letter. Yeah, I continue my education with the course I just finished on CCNA on network computer networking, right? Um, you can totally get these things. Like, look at this is 35 an hour, right? Can I click on it? This is 35 an hour. Like, come on now. Now, what I do want you guys to know is right now, if you're making $15 an hour, you're not about to jump to 35. I mean, you can, it's a possibility. Don't let me get to telling you what you can and cannot do. But realistically, if you're at $15 and you never been in the tech field, if you don't have any, this is like the most tech skills you have, then yeah, you're probably going to make like 22, right? 22 an hour. And go up from there, which is good because if you can go from 15 to 22 within the year, right? That's $5. No, it's more than $5. Like $7, right? $7 within a year. Then imagine $7 the next year, right? And then 22, what? 29. Now you're at damn near $30, right? So you just doubled your income in 2 years. Like, I know you want to get rich quick, but this is long-term money. Like, how else you gonna think you gonna get to that 35 if either you can go to school for 4 years, right? Um, you can go to school for 2 years and then come out with no experience and then still have to start off at the 22 when in 2 years you can already be at the 32. And if you negotiate yourself, if you're constantly learning, constantly adding new skills in, you're adding on other things other than Python, maybe like PHP, or you actually put JavaScript into your resume, or just all these other little technologies. Maybe you do get the CCNP, like you get that quicker, right? So this is, again, this is not getting quick. This is not getting rich quick at all. This is slow and steady. Wins the race, right? We're here to make sure that we have money and we do the minimum work, laborious work, manual labor work. Like, we want to do that. So anyway, that's cool. I just want y'all to see the different types of jobs that you can get with the CCNA, or as a network engineer, network administrator. Like, let's just look at that real quick. Like, network administrator, right? This is things you can do with this type of knowledge. Sometimes they have the salary, sometimes they don't. But look at that, 69,000, 70,000. Like, these are all realistic, but you have to know that you will receive if you're already making like $30 an hour, you could receive a pay cut because this is the only tech information that you know. Unless you do know other stuff in tech, you're just adding on, then 30, you're gonna keep, riding up. But again, I'm speaking on the perspective of, you have no tech knowledge, right? This is something that the only tech that you have on your resume, right? Just know that you have to come down and come back up, right? Or If you're the type that don't have any other skills or any other tech, anything on your resume, you're only making around that 12, 13, 15, the most an hour, or you're coming from a job that's maybe you're 18, 19, maybe even 20 because you've worked there for so long, or I don't know, maybe you're the manager. But yeah, from there, that's cool. You're at 20 or you're at 15, you're gonna get to that 20. You're at 20, you're gonna get to that 25. At 25, you're gonna get to that 30, 30, 35. Like, whatever. So cool. So those are some of the jobs. Another thing I want to show you is just Dice. I think it's dice.com. Yeah, find jobs in tech. I want to really show you guys this because this is a really good job board to help you find um, tech jobs, right? And specifically for skills. I'm gonna put CCNA. It's specifically for tech. Come here, fill out some applications. Put your log in and register and put your actual resume on here, so recruiters can call you, right? Check your spelling. I don't know. It says job title, keywords, for company. They should be able to take CCNA. What about CCNP? Oh, they don't have. Oh, okay. No, they don't even have CCNP. I don't know why you can't search these like this, but maybe networking is more, they want you to, specify it down to that. Like, what do you want? I'm gonna say remote. Oh, not remote Oregon. Ain't that a bitch? Oh, remote period. Okay, whatever. But it says remote. I don't think it's remote Oregon. Whatever. Y'all play around with this. But yeah, as you can see, you got some stuff. Network administrator with Palo Alto expert. That's a firewall. We ain't finna deal with Palo Altos right now. I'm not a firewall engineer or security engineer, or even a data engineer. But anyway, Windows network and software engineer. That's a software engineer, but maybe you're into that. Apply. Who cares if you don't, if you feel like you don't qualify fully? If there's something that you're interested in, apply to these things. Senior network engineer, right? They probably gonna want you to have a little more experience than what you have now. Network engineer, see, they have the same things. Well, cloud consumption specialist, maybe. And then the cool thing about this is you can find yourself here. If you feel like I can deal with the cloud, click on it and be like, okay, well, let's see what a cloud consumption specialist do. Right? Primary focus on building and maintaining relationships with the customers. The cloud consumption specialist is responsible for introduction of public cloud provider technology platforms, providing educational resources, ensuring customers is enabled to use cloud services from the main three public cloud providers. Boom, you manage all the overall post scale. So basically, it's like you know about the cloud, you know about these cloud platforms, and you know how to basically train the customers to use our platform with this cloud, to use our cloud with these platforms. Yeah, so you would have to know a little bit more about like platform as a service. This is what it seems like. Good with your words, maybe if you're a good talker, maybe if you're good in sales, this would be good for you. All you gotta do is just brush up on how to use these things, AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform. I would say pick one to deep dive in, but know all three, how the interface is, how to work it, how to do certain things with it. That should take like 2 weeks. Put that on your resume and apply. Like, it was only posted an hour ago. Cool, right? Now, what I want to do is I want to get you guys on to your resume, right? I want your resume. You're probably going to come to me with a resume like this. Okay. This resume, usually everyone has a resume like this. You got your first and last name, you got your email, your phone number, probably. You got some about me section, right? Some objective, probably is what you named it. And you probably named your skills. Your skills are probably like hard worker, attention to detail, you know, a bunch of skills like that. You have work experience. You probably got the name of the company, the dates, what your position was, and bulletins for days. Right? And you probably goes on for probably the last what, I don't know, 10 couple years, and then you got any certs that you have or references, right? That's usually what your resume will look like, give or take, maybe a little different. But I want you to clean this resume up. Okay. I want you to clean this resume up. I want you to, well, this one is not too bad, but so let's clean it up at least to here, right? So make sure that your objective is something that you are doing, right? Something that you actually are going to put into play. What are you thriving for? What makes you, what's the professionalism about you, right? Then we have our technical skill set, right? If you are going into, I suggest you create an actual tech resume, like a customer service resume. Maybe if you're into restaurants, you had a lot of restaurant resume. Like I kind of suggest you kind of keep it a little separate, just because you want to be able to pull out what you need to pull out depending on what job that you want. I'm all about growth. I'm all about going forward, never looking back in your rear. So every time that I advance in my job market, that's my one resume. That's who I am. Sorry, they bother me at work. One moment, y'all. Sorry. I'm at work. I'm sorry, y'all. Please, let's go to understand. Okay, cool. We're doing a cutover at work. And basically we did a merger and acquisition, and we bought a company, and this company is coming over to our network. So what we have to do is take all their network infrastructure and translate it into, add them into our network infrastructure. So basically we have to take their phones and add them into our database. We have to put their routers, or we buy our the architects is actually the one, well, my manager, who's the director, is the one that's going to order the supply. Whether they're actually going to keep the router that they have at that site, or we have routers that we're just going to implement on our end. I don't know, but they're going to do all that and put all the configs on there. I'm going to help with the configs. Once the devices get to that site, I can actually remote in, configure them up, put some voice configurations on there, so voice over IP can travel through our network. Yesterday we did all the phones. It was 75 phones because we're working on one site at a time. So 75 phones we put into the system, and 75 users, right? And then we had to do the script for the IVR, so they can say press 1 for this, press 2 for that, and it goes to each queue. Yeah, you know, get AD credentials, make sure they can sign into our proprietary sites, like our login portal, and where they take calls at. Very, very, very cool, right? So yeah, that's what I was working on. And let me just real quick reply. I'm gonna reply and say. Cool. Anyway, back to it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Back to it. So, your technical skill set, that's what we're on. I want you guys to, it was on the resumes. So if you have your resume, I like to always grow with it. So if I'm in tech, that's my one resume because I don't plan to go back to food or at least need a resume for that. I mean, if I'm gonna work, I'm gonna work. I don't plan on going back to customer service. Like I'm gonna always do something in tech because these are my new skills. Regardless, I'm just going to probably change my resume, have different types, maybe. I mean, not different types, but I may have like different variations as I'm changing them every time I update my skill or I take something out because I don't want to do that anymore. Um, I mean, I may do that, but I keep one resume. So if you're the type to like to do different things, you don't know if this is your tech is your go-to. Definitely create one as a copy. Keep your customer service or whatever skill set you have. Keep that resume. Because again, that's maybe how you want to do it. But anyway, so when I have my resume and I'm in tech, I'm always going to be in tech. Then my skill sets is always going to be a technical skill set. So I want to specify that I have technical skill sets. So I put that there. And then I'm going to put in all the skill sets that are verifiable. Hardworking, attention to detail, those things are not verifiable. Like, how can I verify that you're hardworking unless I hire you? How can I verify that you pay attention to detail unless I hire you, right? So give something um, that is real life, right? Verifiable is what we want to say. So my skill sets include Cisco Unity Connection, right? That is the voicemail. That's the Cisco Unified Suite, and that's the voicemail server. So I am proficient in the server. I'm proficient in IMMP, right? Cisco IMMP, which is Instant Message and Presence. Let's see, I'm proficient in Contact Center Express, Cisco Unified Contact Center Express to be exact. That is where we build scripts in the IVR, right? So clearly I'm pulling out these keywords that I know about it, right? So you can say, oh, you worked on Contact Center Express, you worked on this? Yeah. And then I can give you a little story or something about it, about my experience. And you're like, oh, cool, right? ISR routers, G1, G2, G3. Now you worked on some routers, so you can say you worked on some routers, right? And look at those routers in packet trace and say, I configured these routers. Like maybe virtually, but I fucking configured them. And how you can talk about it is, yeah, I know that you have to do this when you go in, you know, and I'm in the when I'm in global config, I do this, or I added, you know, I was on this type of router and I added this type of command or this type of configuration. I did a DHCP when I had to do whatever, I don't know. Like, it's so much you can talk about when you put a skill set that is actually verifiable. You can verify it. I got that twice there. Anyway, so keep going down. Right, so that's verified skill sets. Make sure you have verified skill sets. So just on a sense of you guys, maybe you're saying that I configure DHCP, right? Don't put that in a skill set. Let's say in a skill set, Oracle, right? Maybe you're good with troubleshooting Zoom. I don't know. Microsoft Office suite, right? Maybe you actually are good at Excel and some other things. Let me go back up here so we can know we're in the skill sets, right? You can put Python, right? Put these keywords, right? Your skill sets. What do you have skills in? So many things, right? So put that there. Some stuff that's verified. Take all that hardworking, you know, attention to detail, you know, great listener, all that stuff. Take that out. Take that out. So then you go down to your work experience. Make sure that you have the name of the company, the location of the company, your position, right, that you held at that company, and what was the dates to and from the company, right? Once you have that information, go ahead and put in bullet points. I don't suggest don't do more than 3 or 4 bullet points. This is kind of excessive. If I was a recruiter, I'd just be like, this is lame. This is too much. I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to skim through it until I see, oh, I see CUCM 11. You know, cool. That's I see these acronyms, CTI route points. I see that. That's cool. right? And then just keep going with your experience, right? And what I would say with your experience, because again, this is probably like a new thing for you. You probably worked in restaurants a lot, or you probably worked customer service a lot. What you would do is you would still put, let's say you worked at Chipotle in Atlanta, Georgia, right? And you were the cashier, right? You could say customer service rep, or you can say say something other than cashier, obviously. Give me a better title. And put the dates that you were there. And then obviously you will put a duty that you performed. You were taking money, yada yada yada. Also make sure that you would troubleshoot any issues with the POS system, something like that. Because I mean, essentially you would. If POS didn't work, what would you do? You'd be like, let me get your card. Let me put this number in. Let me power it off. Let me power it back on. You know, let me put this code in. Oh manager, come over. Let's troubleshoot this. Right? Gotta shut the system down, bring it back up. Like, did you not troubleshoot? Right? So put that down. Put the technical stuff that you did at your jobs down. Yes, that probably wasn't your job. Your job was to be a cashier. Your job was to whatever. But put the stuff that you did, like, you know what I'm saying? Put the systems that you worked on in a call center. Maybe you worked on Salesforce. Maybe that's where your calls are coming in at. Maybe your calls are coming in from Cisco Furnace. I don't know, right? If your calls are coming in from a database, from a system, from an application, put the application down that you worked on it because you take calls from it, right? Start thinking in that realm. What do you do technical in your job now, in your job previously, and all your jobs within the past 5, 6, 7 years, right? Because as you start to uh, get more jobs, get more projects to do, you put these on your resume. Say, I did this, I did that, right? So yeah, keep doing that all the way down. Once you get to certifications, I would say you could say going towards CCNA if you want, or if you have any certifications that you have. If you don't, put your education, anything that you have, put here. Education certificates, what have you gained, right? Now let's just say in the case that you don't have any certificates, right? Like none, like you ain't did anything, right? And you only have a high school diploma. This is where you would probably want to get your CCNA. So you can at least have that certificate on there to be like, hey, I have a skill and this is the skill that I have. Because without having anything in the education or certificate but a high school diploma, it doesn't look that good for recruiters, no matter what job you're applying for. Well, I'm not gonna say what job, but it doesn't look good when you want to increase your income. It looks good when you want to stay in the low income, which is under $15 an hour, right? That's when they're gonna be like, okay, it's cool that you just got a high school diploma, but if you really want to get into that 25, 35, 45 bracket, you're gonna want to have something, right? Like something to say you did something. Even you don't even have to honestly go get your CCNA. You can probably go to one of these, maybe Google. Google has certificates. If you get a Google certificate, it's probably like what, like $50 maybe, if that. I believe they were like going for like $20. You can get a Google certificate really quick. Um, you can go get a Facebook certificate. Go to Facebook University. I don't think it is, but it's one of them Facebook University type places. Go get a certificate. Put something there. You don't want it to just say high school diploma. That's sad. Okay. If you don't have anything to put there, reach out to me. We're gonna work together to get you something there. Okay. I want you to have something there, even if it's not the CCNA, because I know it kind of takes time, and you have to pay for that exam, right? I understand it. So if you have nothing for filler until you get that CCNA, come on over, Slack me. We're gonna get you to something. And then references. And I like to say available upon request because you want to give your references a heads up, okay? Uh, Unless you actually have real references, it's like, oh yeah, I know her. They was working. Right? So you can always use me as a reference. Again, you have to give me a heads up. And the reference will always be, they attended my course, and we went through certain things. Only use me a reference if I actually helped you do something. If I actually helped you, and I talked to you through this course, right? Because I can't vouch if you honestly didn't even take this course, you just want a job. So, yeah. Moving on. This is a resume that I kind of want you to have, as far as the layout is concerned, right? You got your name, right? You got what your title is. What job are you out here seeking? What's your title when you go out, right? Maybe it may have a slash, you may have two of them. But do you want to be a network engineer, junior network engineer? Forget the junior, network engineer, right? Systems engineer, cybersecurity engineer, or security engineer. I don't know. What do you want to be? You want to be a software engineer? Don't say coder. Coder is not proper or professional. You need to figure out, are you a back-end developer, front-end developer, software engineer? Are you a developer or an engineer? Whether that's in software, networking, whatever. Okay. And then put a small about me, right? Contributed quality deliverables to clients across the information technology, insurance, marketing, and logistics industry, right? So this person here is a content writer that says that I write content for IT, insurance, marketing, and logistic industries, right? So they have experience in these fields for writing content and knowing content, right? Name again right here. It's kind of probably redundant. I would probably say take this off. Phone number, LinkedIn profile. You definitely want to make sure that you have your LinkedIn profile a link, right? And they also link their email. So skills, right? Skills is over here. Software, what skills do you have? This person has Oracle, Cisco, Slack, Google Workspace, Microsoft Office, QuickBooks, Aweber, Canva, HTML, basic web development tools. So if a recruiter was to be like, oh, I see you got skills in Oracle. Yeah, they could be like, yeah, well, I built a VM machine. Well, I wrote some content about building a virtual machine using Oracle. You know, you have to do this with them, you have to do that, and a little different than VMware, whatever. Cisco, you got skills in Cisco? Well, yeah, Cisco solutions when it comes to their routers, or Cisco and their licensing, or I don't know. What do you know about Cisco? I would probably say be a little more specific, but whatever. QuickBooks, whatever, I don't know. Speak to that. Your experience. This is great. They have no more than 4 bullet points, right? So you see the name of the company, the position. Oh, they put the position, then they put the date, and then the location, which ain't bad, right? Cool. And then they wrote their experience in 3 bullet points, and they even gave an example of their work. Technical processes. What is a network and what does it consist of? So yes, right? They created a nice little document, right? And they linked it in their resume so you can see how they content write. Right? Very, very, very nice. Very cool. Right? They did some more writing, right? And then, okay. So you see, very to the point. I can read this resume. This resume looks like, oh, okay, I know exactly what they did. It wasn't a bunch of jumble as the last resume. And education, look at them. They put the course on their resume. Okay. So they did technical writing course, and then they did a ultimate CCNA, my course, technically speaking, LLC, completed October 2020. So if you want to put my course on, you definitely can. And this is how you would say it. You will put it in your education. I don't know if I want to give out certificates for my course, just to say like, yeah, you completed, so you have something to put. Get with me if you do want that. Maybe we can come up with something. But as long as you put this on here, they can definitely find me on LinkedIn, maybe, or a website. And boom, right? So they put their education. Okay, they put their education, and then portfolio, right? They put their portfolio in here. And we're network engineers. I don't think we really need a portfolio. So this doesn't really pertain to us, but you can take this course how she did. She took this course, right? It's about taking your CCNA, and she used that to create content, right? Even created some content for me, right? But she used that, created some content, and she's going to increase her income because now she has a portfolio of stuff that she did for me that was real life. And she's able to show that, and it's kind of in the IT field, right? And she's able to make more money, right? So kudos to her, right? Like, way to use my course. So yeah, definitely have your resume something like this, short, precise, to the point. And I see that she took a tech writing course. So maybe if you guys want to think about being a tech writer or being content writer, you might want to get with her. She may be able to put you on with this course or something in that sort, or just tell you how to help you with your resume a little bit. I don't know, but this is really good. I suggest you do something quite like this. All right. And then last but not least, sorry, y'all, they just asked me to do something. All right. So last but not least, I want you guys to definitely go into LinkedIn. I want you to go into LinkedIn and LinkedIn and create you a website. Create you a profile and put your resume that you just andied up. Put that into LinkedIn. I'm gonna exit that out. I'm going to sign in. I'm gonna sign into her stuff because she allowed me to. And she just gave me her password right here. All right. Mm. No. So yeah, I want you guys to fix your resume, figure out what title you want to be, what titles you want to play around with. Are you in the network realm? Are you more security realm? Are you more software realm? What's your realm? Get a title from that realm. Go ahead and make your resume tailored to that realm. Look at all the jobs. Okay, I worked at McDonald's and I did this technical, that technical, this and that and that. If you don't have too much technical stuff, you can reach out. We can get some stuff onto your resume. Maybe you did a project. Maybe we could get a project. I do have a ton of projects going on. There are people that do need websites. I build websites on the side, me and my team. They do need websites. Maybe you can build a website for my client as a like an internship type ordeal, and put that on your resume, right? No, you're not going to get paid for that, but you have an experience, a tech experience that you can put on your resume that's real, right? I don't know, so many other things we can do. So if you have nothing on your resume that you can put technical, or you want something more technical, reach out to me. We gonna plan something so you can put that on your resume. Okay, just remember that you got to do the work. I'm gonna give you the task to do, to put on your resume, how to put it on there. You have to do the work to put it and to actually put it on your resume and be able to speak about it, right? Because I can't be here on your interviews and stuff. Anyway, so we logged into LinkedIn. Make sure you create your website. Let's come here. Let's do fruit profile maybe. All right. Oh yeah, because you can edit it from here. Cool. Let me go back. You don't want to look at the messages. So yeah, make sure that you have a professional picture, professional picture. You have your wording. Obviously, when you edit that, you're gonna be able to edit it like that. Make sure you say that you're open to work, right? You pick out your details. About me, we already did about me, right? When we did our resume, all you do is copy, paste it right in here. Showcase your work. You could add some features. Okay, she hasn't added any activity. Make sure you add your experience. And yeah, she put her links here too. Now, this is what's gonna get her a job. Oh yeah, so you see, she was able to do these things. She would put that up there. And then skills, you see her skills, Canva, QuickBooks, Google Suite. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Make sure you at least get to this point and go out here and start putting your resume on LinkedIn, Dice, Indeed, all these places. Let me think. Topl, Monster, Career Builder, ZipRecruiter, Powerfly, like it's so many different places. Put your resume up there. Let them call you. You fill applications as well. You do double the work. Not double the work, but you let them call you and you go and reach out and call them as well. You're not going to get a job tomorrow. You're not going to get a job next week. However, if you keep being stable and consistent, you will definitely get a job within it. Again, this is not a get rich quick. If you cannot pay your rent for next month, this is not going to help you pay your rent next month, right? This is going to help you be able to buy your house, right? This is going to help you be able to buy a better house or to get a better apartment or to pay off that car. It's nothing for right now, right? This is for the future because that's what we want. We want to set up our future to ensure that we are not in the position to be looking at our bank state or at our accounts to see if we have enough money to go buy something, right? That's what it's all about. So that's it. That's really all I want to show you guys. I just want to show you an example of a resume that needs to be fixed, right? How to fix it. The resume that it's actually pretty good. You can start promoting yourself off this type of resume, right? And then the places of where to go, which is LinkedIn, Indeed, ZipRecruiter, all those places. Again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to me. I am here for your support. Reach out in Slack. We have a whole community. We have a whole group. Just say what you need. We're here to help. This is the last video of the course, right? There's nothing else for me to teach you guys. You have everything you need. Please don't use this as your only resource in getting your CCNA. Please continue to Google, continue to YouTube, continue to use outside sources to get all the information you need to take your CCNA. We have the book, you have the CCNA book, so you have everything you need. But to you to ensure that you take this test because it's not open book. You cannot have notes, cannot have your phone, nothing. You want to make sure that you retain this. And a lot of times it's better if you retain it if you hear it in multiple different spaces, different places, and it can stick. Okay? So thank you guys for this. And we're actually going to do just a little ending here. All right. So fix your resume. Put your resume up on job boards. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, reach out to me. Slack is best, but email, that's still a way to communicate. And yeah, we will talk. We'll discuss.